Hello, Decide Your Destiny crew. Thanks for joining me again for Decide Your Destiny Daily Dose number 4. And today I wanted to change it up a little bit. I wanted to go to some scripture, a little poem, a psalm that I think really has a lot of strength and value to it. And I guess part of the reason why I went back to this psalm, as I was sending messages of Happy New Year and hopefully we have a great year this year and sending that good energy out. One friend of mine, an older man, 25 years plus older than me, came back and kind of had a bit of a doom and gloom, negative tone, which I can totally understand. Some people have doubts and have concerns and have worries, but there just wasn't a flicker of hope in his conversation, and I just thought, yeah, that's. It's not really good enough, and I don't think it's good enough, especially if you're an older man, with a family, and you're speaking to a younger person who's going forward in his life, and his generation is younger, and you're not going to impart any wisdom or hope or value. Even a flicker would suffice. So I just thought I would go back to one of my favorite poems, Psalms, and as I was going over it, I just thought I would share it with you guys because I just think it's too good to keep just with me. So here goes. It's called A Psalm of Life, and it's by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, H.W. Longfellow, easiest. And the basic premise, or the story behind the psalm, is what the heart of the young man said to the psalmist. Now, a psalmist is someone who writes psalms. And a psalm, and for anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure there are people who know, but just something that I found out. A psalm is a sacred song or a hymn. So it's like a poem, but it's got that sort of twist to it. So here we go. Tell me not, in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream. For the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not what they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was not spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment and not sorrow is our destined end or way, but to act that each tomorrow finds us farther than today. Art is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still, like muffled drums, are beating funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb driven cattle, be a hero in the strife. Trust no future, however pleasant, let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present, heart within and God o'erhead. Lives of great men remind us we can make our lives sublime, and departing, leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing o'er life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seen shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labour and learn to wait. Now, if that psalm doesn't say, decide your destiny, take charge of your life, I'm not sure what does. This is a really, really strong psalm, poem, piece of scripture that I think you can carry out, throughout your life. If you've just had a meeting with someone who's really negative, or, you've watched something that's not putting your hopes up, you can return to the psalm, and I think it's got a lot of power and a lot of strength in it. So again, it's called The Psalm of Life by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And some of the qualities of life philosophy that the psalm covers is memento mori, which is ancient Roman philosophy. Memento mori, remember you will die. So being present, taking the most of every moment, and carpe diem, which is seize the moment. So yeah, it's a really, really good psalm, really good poem, and I would suggest everyone having a look at it, maybe writing it down. Otherwise, let me know what your favorite poem is, what your favorite psalm is. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys like, and let me know, and then we can kind of keep this community going and keep sharing positive, inspirational stories and material that kind of keeps humans going for that zest of life, and still achieving and still pursuing, as Henry would say. Awesome. Thanks guys. Appreciate having you along, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.